Hi folks. Just to save this happening again, I'm just gonna kill Firefox and continue. Just check it's coming through. Yeah, it is. So it's a bit of a patchwork of streams today. But I've closed Firefox. I've definitely got 2 gig free. But interestingly, oh yeah, right, so it completed because it outputted like the full file, but it just nuked OBS in the process. So yeah, I mean, with a bit of luck, I should be able to just run this now, and it'll complete without killing anything else. Well, as far as seeing the kernel log. Okay, I'll probably check that in a bit. Actually, I can check all that after the stream. So that finished. Right, OBS is still up. Am I still live? Apparently, I'm still live. Music's still coming through. Let's have a look at the file. So hex curse. Temp file fresh MZ. So yeah, it looks fine. So I might as well try and do the decoder part of it. I like how 4coder managed to stay alive through that whole process, by the way. So, in fact, we don't want to... It buffered during the encoding. Ah, right, interesting. Yeah, I mean, I didn't drop any frames, but... presumably something was happening interesting there. Mr. Full Dimensions Plus, but yeah, absolutely Mr. Full Dimensions Plus Plus. Mr. Fourth isn't in here, unfortunately, so I can't tab completed. Mr. Fourth Dimension. And also, I mean, insofar as well, because I mean, you did the platform layer. Which is a big part of it. So, now that I've done all this stuff, I actually don't want to close the egg file. I actually want to seek back to the start of the egg buffer, the egg file rather. Actually, hang on a second. No, I don't. Rather than freeing the egg buffer, I can close the egg file. Because I do want to write that out. I want to written it. I don't necessarily need that. I can use the actual egg buffer. That's the point actually. The encoding size. Tell you what, just for ease, I'm just going to record the size of the egg file. Just so I know how far I can iterate through it. Yeah. Int egg size is equal to egg pointer, take away the egg buffer. And then we want to set the egg pointer to be equal to the egg buffer, so we're just back at the start again. And then we know at this point, I mean, we can kind of read, I mean, yeah, I mean, we also do already have the in size from before. Free the in buffer, yeah, so I'm just doing this mallocing the decoding buffer. Mallocing the decoding buffer at the size of the in size. Which is a bit of a cheat because I have got, you know, I have recorded the size. Let's just do it. Index size is going to be equal to enc pointer. The value of enc pointer cast to an int. Will this be at all correct? It could be. And then we want to increment the enc pointer by that size. Size of int. And then we want to say that the token deck size is encode plus equal to that. Token is equal to whatever is at the enc pointer plus plus. This feels kind of right to me. So then we set up a deck buffer. We set up a deck pointer is equal to the deck buffer. And then we say that the value of deck pointer plus plus is equal to token. Right, and then the next thing that we see in the encoding is the counter. Counter is equal to whatever is at the enc pointer plus plus. And then it's like while counter, well, I mean, we're going through the whole file. So it's while enc pointer take away the enc buffer is less than the enc size, right? By that we're going to say while counter is greater than 0, we want to say the value of deck pointer plus plus is equal to token. And then we want to decrement the counter. We need to be incrementing the pointer. No, we don't. Yeah, we want to increment the pointer here, and then we want to do token. It's something like that, wasn't it? So this should be filling up the pointer plus is used to token. So I am going through there. Maybe this is possibly correct. I really don't know. Let's see though. Looks like it might work. Wow, okay. F right. We want to write out the... Right, we need a fourth argument. It's like encoded file. Decoded file, right. And then I need to do another one of these open things. I should really have lofted this out into a function, really. Could probably nick this guy. Make file. So if one exists, then we say that exists, overwrite. Want to deck close. See that. If we don't, then we return one. Otherwise, we deck file. Otherwise, we open it as writable, and then we f write the buffer to it. Size is going to be. Have I got a deck size? Yeah. One of them deck file, and then we've mallocked it, so we want to f close the deck file and free the deck file, deck buffer. Might as well free those guys together. So, I mean, could this possibly work? Got a feeling this actually exists, this original. Yeah, it does. So I might as well just test the overwriting thing. Overwrite that. So this is doing the encode. And hopefully it'll ask me again. I've redeclared that, for starters. That's unfortunate. Let's just try that again. Use your undeclared identifier. Okay. That's weird. So let's just say deck input. I open it with W initially. Ah, right. Yeah, cheers. Okay, that was just the only problem. So I want to open it, right. Yeah, I forgot about that. So hopefully this is doing the stuff. 1.1 gig going up. So I mean, maybe tomorrow's task will be to loft out. Yeah, again, it didn't ask me. So if we did open that, we want to close it, and then we want to say, we want to print that, and then get card, get C standard in. I mean, unless it's just taking the previous one. Let's just change that to deck input. because that might be just matching against the previous thing. Could that be happening? Probably receives the N from the first Y. Oh, right. That's unfortunate. So it's not going to overwrite it. So how do I flush that then? That's what I need to be able to do, isn't it? Unless if I, after doing this, if I just null it, the input, where's input? In search. So after having done this, return 1. So just set that is equal to null. It's undeclared. Okay. It's unfortunate. I wonder if I could just hack it by saying why. Just to save me having to figure this out now. I mean, I don't even know if this is failing. Honestly, do I? I mean, it might be working. So yeah, it's 0 length, so it's not doing it. I'll tell you what, Fiery Drake is not going to approve of this at all. But I'm just going to nuke the I'm just going to nuke this test, this error handling. Initializing file. That. Where's my cursor? Second gets equals if you hear what? So that's still 0. Still 0. Okay, so I'm probably just doing something completely wrong here. So open it as writable. I open this file as writable. F-write, deck buffer, deck size, do a F-flush and image. Ah, okay. Let's do that then. There we go. So before the second get C. So where's the next get C? It's just here, isn't it? Just do it. I mean, I could do it. Could do it further up the house, but so what am I actually doing here? Deck pointer. So the deck buffer is equal to that malloc. The deck pointer is equal to that. Deck pointer plus plus is equal to token. Count is equal to that. Well, this we're going to the encoded file. Okay, that's greater than 0. Data pointer plus plus equal to token. Decoding counter. Incrementally encoded pointer. And XORing the token. We're doing this checking. I'm going to open this up again as writable. Oh, it's the wrong arg. That was the problem. No, that was the only problem. Well, say the only problem. That was probably because the new line is buffered. Am I reading that? I'm not. No. Yeah, it was just a bit of a copy and paste bug. Copy pasta. Be interested to see if I actually do. Yeah, it didn't actually wait. Didn't bother. So that's still 0. F flush standard in before the second gets C. So, let me just get rid of this thing again. Sorry, Fiery. Embarrassed. Can I F-seek to the end? Deck file F right. Oh, F-seek to the end of the standard in, to mean. Standard in, rather. That's a nice idea. Be funny if that does work. To see what size this is. It's 1.1 gig. Right, awesome. Diff that with this. And also diff failed, didn't it? It ran out of memory. So what was the other one? Was it CG or something? Yeah, memory exhausted. Was it CG? CG? CC? No. Compare. That was what it was. Oh. Byte 2, line 1. That's a 1. 1, 1. Ah, right. So I'm just spinning on the wrong thing. To make it seek through standard in. You could MD5 show on both lines and see if they match. Don't know if the seek is going to work. Yeah, well, I'm not writing out enough stuff by the looks of it. So, in the enc pointer thing, deck pointer, I'm doing deck pointer plus plus. Do I just need to do deck pointer plus plus down here as well? Where I select plus get C until enable data exists. Okay. Select synchronous IO multiplexing. con.io.h. Still differing. That's still not writing out a whole lot. Yeah, there are only 2 cards. You can cheat and just do another get C beforehand. Oh, I see. Right. So if we just say, and then we'll just do this again. Got a break sometimes. Why for the first prompt though? Ah, okay. I'm obviously not doing this correctly though, am I? This loop rather. While enc pointer minus enc buffer is less than the enc size. While counter is greater than 0. Deck pointer plus plus is equal to the token. Counter minus minus. And then once that hits 0, we jump out, increment the enc pointer, and probably incrementing this isn't correct actually. You know, because we're doing it here. Deck file. I've opened the if deck file. Let's just step into this. CGDB args that. Okay, so in buffer on the first instance of deck, so the deck size. So let's jump to there. So yes, we want to overwrite. There's a function that shows a single key press returns a key code. Con.io, let's have a look at that. .h. So what is happening here? Have I just broken? Yeah, I think I have. So what am I? What's happening here? Windows only. To say run. Continue. Overwrite yn. Did it receive my y? Kill. Interrupt. Starting from the beginning. Yeah. That don't exist. Override. Yeah. Well, hang on. Let's say no. The program being debugged has started already. Oh, right. Yeah, it's not receiving my input, is it? Yeah. Okay. There's an equivalent single function on that. You can probably do it with either the terminal saying something unbuffered. Okay. Okay. I mean, I will look into that in a second. Well, probably not a second. Probably the next one. But yeah, don't tell Fiery. But I'm just gonna disable some more checking here. Right. So just working very quietly here, so that I don't disturb Fiery. So deck buffer, deck size. run. Thread using host. Okay, right, so it's working, right? It's doing its stuff. So with a bit of luck, it will actually hit this line at some point. Alright, awesome, we've hit this line. So next, until we get this loop. So we're in the loop. So print the deck pointer. If I just says listed and flicks it in. Is that the code? I think I got away with that one. I think I got away with it. So the deck pointer is currently at this location. Repeats 200 times. What counts you got? Let's print the token. Token is 1. And what's the counter? Counter should be 1 as well, right? So we step over here. Or step over here actually. Step over there. So then deck pointer should be equal to 1. Or the value at deck pointer should be equal to token. Minus 66. Token is 1. It's 49. So much of Java propaganda. I have no words. I have no experience in it either, so. So count as 1. Stepped over that line, and now counter should be 0, right? Counter is 0. Token is still 1. So it's going to jump out of here. Increment the enc pointer. Oh, I'll tell you what, actually. What is token now? Token is now 0, but it's 48. So the problem is that I need to be when I do the flip, like I think the stuff is actually existing. So if I do that on here, it's interesting. BE. So I've got 1, 1. Yeah, I mean, I do need to be taking away 0, don't I? Wherever it is. Deck point is equal to 2. I mean, actually, we had this situation, didn't we? Where I did it in both places. And that wasn't correct. So, deck. Well, it's actually that while loop, isn't it? Just when I get to here. The token is currently 1, but it's 49. So now what is it? 1 again. It's a token after ANDing it, after XORing it rather. It is now 0. So I mean it is going through this loop multiple times. Enc pointer. Well, enc pointer is less than that. While this, while counter is greater than 0, counter isn't being reset. Counter isn't being reset. That's the problem. I need to be reading the counter. It's counter is equal to enc pointer plus plus. Jesus. That was a bit of a faux pas. Yeah, that seems a bit more reasonable to me. I suppose I can actually get rid of the these guys as well. Hold on a minute. Oh yeah, I'm not checking it again. Checking the overwriting situation. So if I just hex curse that guy, yeah, so it is filling it with 1s and 0s, but I actually want to be not taking away 0. So where are we? Right, I think we're done, folks. I think we are finally done for one stream. And then tomorrow the task is to figure out how to take multiple bits of input from the user. Like the get C. Standard in is going to be, it's going to be the Y and then the new line. Right, so 11011 might not be correct, but let's try the compare. Byte 1 line, yeah, okay, so what was it? So it's 10. Yeah, I'm just doing one too many ones. So the deck point is equal to token. I don't need to do this. That was the only problem, I suspect. One point three. I suppose I should really kind of make a smaller test file. You know, just to kind of save us hanging around. They differ. Oh no. What? Oh, is that because of the that's probably near the end where it still goes where it all goes belly up. Yeah, where it's not zeros and ones. That's the problem. So, right, let's just create a new random file. Temp file fresh. Right, it's a new one. Oh, okay. So, I can do the count. Brilliant. I forgot that I could do that. So, what do I want? Calc 2 to the power 16. 2 to the power is like how many bytes? It's like 8 times, that's gonna be a megabyte, byte, kilobyte, megabyte. So like 32 megs, 64 megs, let's say. Looks a bit too big. What is the count actually? Just bear with me a sec. Ah, nice one. Oops. Hang on. Run.c. Count. So the count is A2L. So it just produces. Oh, it just produces that number of random numbers. Right. So what's a reasonable number? 2 to the power 8. Should we just do take away? Is that a reasonable number? Just count. So now how big is this guy? This is 17 megs. Okay. Don't know how we got 17 megs. Oh, 17. Yeah, I don't know how you get 17 megs out of that lot. But anyway, that's a bit more reasonable. A reasonable size. So, RLE, temp file fresh. Original. No, it's temp file fresh MZ. And then original. And then we compare them. Like that on line 1. Ah, right. Okay. So let's just tail them then. The last 12 bits on there. And here, oh, there's no new line. So the original ends with a new line where there should be a 1. Was this a problem that was highlighted ages and ages ago? Before Christmas? I think you need to end the file with a new line. Could that be right? The enc file. In buffer. Free the in buffer. In pointer. So yeah, right. If I do enc pointer here, the value's enc pointer should equal that. No, that's not right. Temp file fresh ends like this. It ends with a 1. And the original one, instead of doing the 1, it does that. So that means that in the decoding, in the loop, so while the count is greater than 0, I'm going to flip the bit. No, essentially that's true. Counter equals that value there. No. Well, count is greater than 0. Deck pointer plus plus is equal to token. Count is equal to end pointer. Deck pointer. Well, that is equal to, that's greater than that. So when it becomes 0, well, I mean, it is doing most of it right. When it becomes 0, it has nothing to do. I mean, I suppose my question is really, where the hell is where's that guy coming from? Oh, that's interesting. So we've got 31, 30, and then a couple of zeros for some reason. Where are they coming from? Well, there's deck pointer. If we got a deck file. The deck buffer is the size of the deck size. The deck size is this. Take away 1. Possibly. I don't know. No, that can't be correct. No. Well, hang on a minute. Where? Because enc pointer, the first int's worth of stuff in the enc buffer is the size that I need to be allocating. So the deck size should be that. The counter loop is 1 too short. Right. So you reckon this guy should be that? What? Greater than. The outer. So, well, it's less than or equal to enc size. Okay, I mean, I was kind of gonna try. Wow, what happened there? Oh, it's a shorter file. So they differ. So now the original just appends the new line. Where's it getting that new line from? Or, well, not a new line, but it's like a 0, isn't it? So counter does it correctly. It's just that the length of the buffer is too long for some reason. The decoder buffer is equals malloc deck size. I mean, it's going to be super weird if this is going to fix it. Check with hex case if it's 0. Yeah, well, it is a well, I mean, it was a 0. Yeah. A 0 is in, like, actually 0. Just see if this at all works. So that is still a 0. Right. So it's not that. Deck point is equal to token. Deck file. Yeah, I mean, I'm not doing anything. Not doing anything more with the deck pointer here. I mean, it's getting through all the stuff. And that still puts a 0. Well, actually, if I put -8, then that should put, like, 9 things. Yeah, there's like a bunch of them that aren't filled in. Ink size. I mean, that suggests to me that the ink size is being computed wrong. Ink size. Oh no, it's just me that the deck buffer is too big. Yeah, I thought that might happen actually. So if I do -1, will that give me enough space? That will give me enough space. That'll still do that. So if I just do -2, will this die? No. That dies. The deck buffer. Ink size. I mean, what happens if I do this and this? So that finishes. And it's okay, so it gives me 2 of those guys. So this dies, doesn't it? I am totally stumped, I've got to be honest. I don't think there's really an easy way of me necessarily stepping through it. Can I show the code where you write the int into enc buffer? Yeah, well, so I don't write the, yes, yeah, it's just here, isn't it? Enc pointer is equal to the counter. Further up. Enc pointer plus equal size of int. Oh, it's here, isn't it? Right, yeah. So it's unsigned int is the int size. Oh shit. Dude. That might be it, mightn't it? Oh no. So, yeah. Unsigned int. So, casting that int, so that's correct enough, yeah. Unsigned int in size. I have to tell that. Enc pointer equals int size. Enc pointer is plus equal to size of int. Does that really matter for the jig? Oh, right, okay. In buffer. In pointer. Yeah, I mean it's all correct until the very last byte. If I write to the buffer. Let's see if they're both the same size at least. So both files are the same size. The only difference between them is that the original one ends with a 00, and the actual original ends with a 0A. What's a 0A? What? Wait a second. That'll be the problem. Won't it? Oh, that's the thing. So, right. So basically all we're saying is then, in the decoded file, after doing the decoding, you just need to put a 0A or a new line. Jesus. So while all of this, and then you just do put C that. Yeah. Deck pointer. Have I incremented? I have incremented. Is equal to. This might not actually be correct, because it might not have incremented it correctly. see what happens. Zero A still. Put CN. I did run it. Oh. This is correct now. Compare them. Oh, was it? Okay, so I think I was just going crazy, wasn't I? Totally losing track of what I was actually trying to do. Alright. Blimey. So, we actually managed to do it. Am I still live? Yeah. So that was like an hour. Yeah. So what have we learnt today? We've learnt that we need to remember to put the new line at the end of the file. We also learnt that we can't be overconfident with our abilities. But we did also learn how to decode it. And we also learned that we need to look at interfiles as ref heap in order to do the input handling stuff. So that's what I'll do now. I'll close the stream and check out the ref heap, and then tomorrow, I'll implement that. And with a bit of luck, I mean, I'd like to kind of get to this position within like the half an hour. I don't think I was far off. It was just like it's kind of the ref a complete stupid way off. Okay. Well, I mean, it'd be better than what I've got at the moment. I mean, I don't have anything, so anything is better than nothing. Yeah, but anyway, that is it. My voice box is going. I can feel it. So I will love you and leave you, and hopefully see you tomorrow. So, yeah, thanks again for being awesomely heroic and fantastic. And that's it. Yep, end of stream. Farewell for now.